Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from Whitefish, Montana. And it is Thursday. It is time for Paper Pumpkin Playdate. A little earlier than usual because I'm going to be on an airplane to go see my son when it's supposed to happen. So I thought I'll just do it early versus recording it and versus trying to do it from the airport because that just was a little bit loud and hectic. Trying to find a place where I could do it. So we're just going to keep it cool this time around and just do it early today. So I trust you're able to join me. If not, then feel free to watch the replay and just put replay down below. If you're catching me live right now, tell me where you're watching from. And when you catch the replay, tell me where you're watching from. So let's go ahead and jump right in because I got a plane to catch, right? All right, so our paper pumpkin, I have not opened it, so if you have not gotten yet your Mountain Majesties May 2025, spoiler alert, I'm going to open this and do the cards as designed. So let's go ahead and do this. Just get that started. Here we go. Haven't opened it, so I'm not even sure. I think it's Misty Moonlight. I guess I could have looked on my paper. Misty Moonlight. Because I have a little bit of a cheat sheet that tells me what the ink pad is going to be. And, oh, you know what? I could just start using that as scratch paper, right? So let me get the Misty Moonlight. All right, so we have our Misty Moonlight. We have our block, so if this was my very first kit, this block would be inside the kit, and then that's what I can use. Let's see what it looks like. I know my friend Missy texted me the other day and said, oh, I'm so glad you're doing this. I was a little confused on the directions. So let's see if I can figure out the directions. All right, so we have the Misty Moonlight, and as you saw, I went ahead and grabbed mine. And then we have, you would normally have a block in here. Not every time, just the first box that you get. After that, you'll just reuse this one. And of course, I like to use our ergonomic blocks because I have the different sizes, and that just makes it easier. But you know what? You just stamp it, wash it off, put on a different stamp. That's how that works. And then we have here, so we have some birds. We have a big flock of birds. We have a little bit of birds. And then we have you mean the world to me, for a wonderful man, to a wonderful man, happy birthday. And then we have I love you, best dad ever, you're the greatest, happy Father's Day. So you can use this for other than men, all right, because birthday is universal. I love you is universal. You're the greatest is universal. You mean the world to me is universal. Well, you could just do for a wonderful and then write the word in, but it's universal. You don't have to do strictly these cards strictly for men. It can be for anybody. So it always comes wrapped in the tissue paper like that, which is so nice. And then here is our kit. What I do? Put those over there. Here we go. Looking for my scissors. They went too far away. All right. So let's check this out. All right. So we have our adhesive, our wonderful tear and tape. Love, love, love. Love the tear and tape. All right. Then we have, ooh, 3 different kinds of envelopes. Like, ooh. Like that. So 3 different kinds of envelopes. So you know what I'm going to do. We're going to be doing one. Well, we'll have to see which order they go in actually. So let's go to our instructions. So here is our artwork, not artwork. It says stamp artwork, but here's what's on our stamps so you can see them even better. And what I like to do is when I put them away, I put this down on here. And that way I know, especially if I've pulled off all of them, that way I know where they go. All right, so that's how I keep track of my stamps. We have here the ingredients, everything that's in the kit. The color coordinating colors are basic black, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie, and Petal Pink. And then we have the dies that coordinate with it as well. So here they are. We have the sentiment piece, the hugs, the flower, the leaves. And then of course they look like this. So I wanted to let you know these dies are still available if you are a subscriber in the past kit section. And then you also have these dies. So this tag, the fern, and the Mary, and then this leaf, the flower, and the hooray are also available in the past kits. I also wanted to where's my mouse? I wanted to also tell you that they have the refill kit for this and past kits for this. They have the refill kit for this. And then they also have the refill kit for the Hello Spring, or no, the pass kit for the refill, for the Hello Spring Paper Pumpkin Pass Kit and the Hearts for You Paper Pumpkin Pass Kit. Ooh, say that 10 times really fast. It's like I'm trying to cut my head off a little bit. Am I? There we go. All right, so let's get back to our, ooh, those are pretty. All right, so we have 3 different cards. 3 of each, so 9 cards. Let's go ahead and start with our ingredients. So let me see what card, what envelope goes with what. So we have 1, 2, 3 envelopes, and it looks like they're going to go 1, 2, 3 this way. All right. So let's find out what our ingredients are. So we're going to start with this. Let's find all the card bases. I like to start there first. All right. And so this is card 3. This is card 1. And this is card 2. All right. Ooh. Some nice scenery ones. I like it when they have sunset, sunrise, stuff like that. All right, so then we have some vellum. We're gonna only need 1 of each. So this one goes with card 3, and this one goes with card 1, and I just realized these go in this order. All right. So then we're going to use this one here. Nope. This one over here. And this one over here. All right, let's see. Then we have, ooh, a big sheet of dimensionals. That's cool. All right, we have some sentiment pieces. So this big one goes with card 2. This one goes with card 1. And I'm not seeing this one, so let's look here for card 3. Card 3 just gets stamped right on it, so there is no sentiment piece. So we have a lot of extra. Well, 1 of each. I get, no, 2 of each extra. So that's cool. We like extras. All right, so then we just need 1 of each of these. So this one is going to, let's turn that back over. This one is going to go with card 1. This one is going to go with card 2. This one is going to go with card 3. Hi, Missy. You're here. I was just thinking, I hope Missy gets on because she wanted to see how I do these cards. All right, so there we've got, oh, and here we have, this one has a printed sentiment piece. This one goes with, here we go, goes with card 2, and this one goes with card 2, and that's it. Yep, that's it. All right, so let's take a look at card 1. All right, we're going to put these over here and bring out card 1. We're going to set this aside, the envelope aside, put those over here. We're going to fold this. So again, you could use both sides. They look a little different, but you could cut them up and use both sides. So we'll see what I decide to do for next week. So next week is the last week that Paper Pumpkin will be on Thursdays, and then it will be moving to Monday afternoons. All right, so we have this one, and then we need our stamps. We're going to be using all the bird stamps. So we have this one. And remember, I mentioned the other day, just kind of I just rub my thumb over it. Okay, you can rub these on your clothes, but I found that it picks a little too much lint up for my taste. So I'm just going to actually, while they're on here, it's easier. I'm just going to rub my fingers over it. And I don't remember where I learned this. I think I've learned this now a few different places, but it really sunk in. I think it was at On Stage. All right. So we'll just rub our fingers over it, and that just kind of gets it set up, I guess you could say, for success. So I'm going to use my little block. I know we don't sell these anymore, but if you have them, use them. And then I'm going to use the D block on that one. All right, we're going to open up our ink. And you can't really see it because my head's in the way, but it's up here like that. And we want this flock of birds flying right here. All right, and then we want this little group of birds flying over here. If you push too hard, like I did on that one, it kind of makes them smushy. It makes them a little fatter. So you want to be careful not to push these too hard because they're just very fine lines. So you don't want to push them down hard. All right, so then we will go ahead and close this. I figured we were going to ink per card. Oh, sentiment. Happy Father's Day. So we'll use that one. Set those aside right here. Happy Father's Day. Where is it? And I do have my father still around. Luckily, his 95th birthday is on Monday. Yep, 9-5. 95. All right, and he's healthy. The doctors always say he's the healthiest 95-year-old they've ever seen. So, here we go. All right, so now we're going to set that aside and we're going to bring back all these different layers. All right, so we have this one. We want to go this way. This one we want this way. This one will go this way. And this one will go this way. And then we have this going this way. So I look at these and I lay it out exactly the way they have it. So this one is right here. All right, this one is right here. This one here. This one here and this one here. All right, so I've got them exactly laid out. I like this full like that, so I'm gonna use my started ones just because that's how crazy I am. All right, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. And then on this one, we're going to do 1, 2, Oop, I'm gonna cheat. I know you have them from your paper pumpkins. I'm going to use a little one down here so I can get it closer to the corner. You have these from your other paper pumpkins. Use them. Use them. All right, and then we're doing dimensionals on this one, and we're just kind of zigzagging it. So we're going to do 3 across the bottom like that, and then in the middle between those. So there's one and there's one. All right, so I'm doing, because it's all this layer thing, I'm doing it exactly how they have it. And then on here we're going to use the Terran tape. And yes, I have a started one, but this one's thinner, so we're going to go with this one. All right. Oh, boop, 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 boop. That one goes in the middle, like that. All right, see? Right here, middle. And this one goes right along the edge. So the next one will go right along the edge. Like that. All right, let's use our take a pick tool and pop all these babies off. I almost wish, oh, they didn't number them. I was just about to say, I almost wish they numbered them. They didn't number them, but they did put letters on them, so you know what order to do it. All right, and then oh, that one didn't come off. Here we go. All right, so I asked the question, would you rather hike in the mountains or walk on the beach? Thank you, Missy. I'll tell him. I won't be doing any lives on Sunday because it will be his birthday, and I will be recovering from my trip, as well as cleaning up this room because I can't function in here any longer. All right, so let's see what order they did. So A is this one. So A goes first, all the way down. Yeah, I'm going to guess they're all, because they're graduating sizes. And this is supposed to show. We're going to line it up with the bottom. Like that. And then you're thinking, oh, these show. But look, no, it won't, because this covers them up. So that one I did a little too high, but there's going to be something else that covers it up. So then A, B, C, see, this one covers it up. So you can't even tell that I put those. A, B, C, D, and we're just lining them all up at the bottom. This is going to be a thicker card, so I'm glad I don't have to mail it. If you were worried about it being too thick, don't use all the dimensionals. All right, just maybe use the dimensionals on the last one or the first one, and not on the others. And then the Happy Father's Day goes down here, so that, like that. And that's it. All right, no fuss, no muss, no bling, because it's for Father. All right, but very simple and very pretty. I think that's very pretty. What do you think? All right, was this the card you were confused on, Missy, or was it a different card you were confused on? So there we go. I've got my Father's Day card ready to go for my dad. How sweet is that? All right, let's see what's next. Card 2, the mountains and the forests and the water. Love it, absolutely. All right. Me, I love walking on the beach. That's a tough question. So if you're having trouble answering that question, I get it. I'm kind of both. I'm not sure. I guess if I had to choose, probably hiking in the mountain. We have this going this way. And again, I'm laying it out exactly as they have it. So that just makes a huge difference. All right. So these are dimensionals. But this is over, now watch your location of your dimensionals, because especially with all the layering, if you put these dimensionals over on this other side or in the middle, then it's going to be wonky. So you want to make sure to pay attention to where they have theirs. You can always use more if you need to, or less if you need to, but you want to make sure of location because of all these layers. All right, so then we're going to put a bunch on here. And just putting them across. And then one here and one here. And then on here, you're doing 2 rows. So 1 row is up here across the top. Across that top line, and 1 is below. And I don't know my inclination. Let's see, this is going to be in the back. This is going to go on top of it, so that's going to hide it. I'm going to put 2 more here so they don't sink. All right, it's going to be hidden. I'm going to put 2 more here so that it doesn't cave in with all this weight on it. All right, and then this one is 2 strips of the tear and tape. All right. Now I don't get it all the way to the edge. They don't either, so you're good. If you don't make it all the way to the edge, it's okay. It's going to hold on tight. All right, so this time I'm going to take them off as I'm laying them down so I don't act, because there's a lot. So we're going to do this one because this is A. So Missy, which part of these instructions, which card was it that you were struggling a little bit with? And if you don't take your time to look closely, I guarantee you, if you hadn't warned me, I probably, oh, where'd my video go? Let's see, it's not showing me live in the group anymore. I don't know. All right, well, I'm still live over here on Junebug Creations. All right, so we're going to put this. So I always wonder if they're covering all this, why do they have it there? But I don't know. I guess so you could do alternates. Oop, that's going on crooked. So you want to make sure to not be crooked and have it hanging off. So there's that. And then we're going to be covering this. So, but you could, like I said, cut these and use them, which is probably what I would be inclined to do. So this is our B piece. I wonder what happened to my live over in my group. I didn't hit quit. I don't know what happened. All right, here we go. We're gonna put that one right there. All right, and then we're gonna add the trees. So kind of adding in a lot of what we just hid by putting that there. So that just added it back in. But that way you don't have to make the cards as designed. You can make them any way you want. All right, like that. And then I'm gonna put a little strip, even though they didn't, I'm gonna put a little strip of the tear and tape, which will make it stick to that white. because I'm going to go ahead and set it up together before I stick it down. All right. So I'm going to do it this way. Oh, and I had it. See, this is where it's supposed to go like this, and I have them on the wrong because I didn't pay attention to this part. So I wonder how it would look. I think it'll look fine. I'm going to do it this way. See, so paying attention to where those dimensionals are. Should have been on this side. Yep. All right. Let's see. It's not stuck down, so we're going to fix it. Crazy, crazy. See, this is what I'm saying. I make the mistakes for you so you don't have to. And I'm just going to scrape this off so that it doesn't mess with the with keeping it flush. So I'm just rubbing all that off so that my card will stay, my paper will, my sentiment piece will stay flush. All right, so that's kind of what happens. All right. Yeah, I can't figure out why that live left. All right, so we're going to try that again. We're going to do our two thingy-majiggers dimensionals over here, and we're going to do our little piece of tear and tape over here. And that way we can put it on correctly. All right, so it's pretty much centered like that, and then down here. All right. That is, again, a lot of layers. If you don't like all the layers or you are mailing it off to somebody, you could take out some of the layers of dimensionals. All right, but that is really pretty. Thank you for being the person you are. So this could go to anybody, male or female, child or adult. It could go to anybody that you felt that way about. So awesome. All right, last card is up. Here we go. We're going to fold this. All right, fold that. Well, I'm glad that when I was in the group going live last week, it didn't just do that to me. I would have been very sad. All right, You Mean the World to Me is our next stamp. You mean the world to me. We want to lay that there. We're going to pick it up with another block. We're going to stamp it right on the card. No sentiment piece needed. I'm going to stamp it right on the card across that sun. And I forgot to bring in my chipboard, didn't I? Luckily, it stamped well. I think I have it a little too far to the right, but that's okay. All right, so let's do these layers again. So we're going to look over here, and we have this one going this way, this one going this way, and this one going this way. All right. And they all get dimensionals. Well, now we know why they gave us such a giant dimensional piece. All right, so this is going to have 3 going across. All right, and then this is going to have the 3 going across, and then the 2 in the middle. And then this is going to have 2 rows of 3. Oop, this one goes there, 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 up here, and I guess I am starting this one. Last one. All right, here we go. I'm going to just use my fingernail because it goes just as fast for me, but I wanted to show you that with the Take Your Pick tool, they come off just as quick and easy. All right, so here we go. These are quick and easy cards. Don't you love that when they come up with quick and easy cards for you? And all these layers make them look like you put in tons of work. And you'll be like, oh yeah, that was great, that was hard. No, it wasn't hard. All right, here we go. So this one goes right over what's already there. This one becomes what was there. And then this one goes over that and hides those. All right, so again, you have all these layers. If that's too many layers for you to mail, then just don't use the dimensionals and it's all good. That's it. No birds on this one, nothing. All right, those were 3 quick and easy cards. Not a lot of stamping, not a lot of techniquing. Lots of fun though. I really like those. All right, there you go. So you mean the world to me. Boy, girl, male, female, child, adult, anybody. Thank you for being the person you are. Male, female, boy, girl, child, adult, anybody. Happy Father's Day. Anyone who has a father figure in your life, whether it's your own dad or somebody else. I have had many other men in my life who have been father figures for me that I would be inclined to send them a Happy Father's Day card, especially if they are already a father, and then I would let them know that they have been a father figure to me. I actually have somebody in mind that I may send that one to, and then just make another one for my dad, unless I already have one. Sometimes I make some cards ahead when I know stuff is coming, so I might, like I have his birthday card all ready to go. I might have a Father's Day card. I'll have to check. But if not, I can just make another one of these. So thank you so much for joining me today, Missy. And if you are catching this on the replay, okay, I made the mistake of playing with my son's R2-D2 alarm clock, and now I don't know how to stop it from going off. And I don't know how to turn it off. And it just keeps going and going and going, and this is the second time today. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Maybe my husband can figure it out. So thank you for joining me and R2-D2, and I will see you next week. Have an awesome weekend. Bye-bye.